Fuck it, we'll start right from the beginning. Gotta turn the volume up. More involved, more immersed. We see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professionals and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. Hey, you Henry are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You're drunk. So, what's your major? You're pretty. We'll go the little less drunk way. You slur the word major and it smells like cores. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs there. Toxicology? What's that, a burn, you ask? She says, definitely. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. She's a keeper. 1 week later, you're Julia's boyfriend. Come on, let's go. It's a nice little truck you got there. I keep trying to hit shift to run. Just looking around. Let me see if there's any hidden stuff. I think I've already been up here though. I know this light is like 2 feet off the wall. Physics, bro? Could have put it in the cab, man. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. You're an alcoholic. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julie is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's a badass. We're taking Buckets. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. Oh, it's good now, but just wait. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. If saying you and I have a couple of little idiots. I'm saying if you and I have a couple of little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Alright, I don't think nothing's over there. Still can't run. That's driving me nuts. Look at dog poop collector. It's Thursday night. Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you go into bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight with her when she gets between the sheets. I'm not the type of person to get mad at nobody. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold off onto a tiny bit of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants for her research. From her research, she draws all the places you go. She draws you. This one's kind of... I've never actually chose the other option because this one's so fucking funny. You frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Very nice. God, I hate that I can't run. It is beautiful here, though. And this is on the lowest graphics setting. Just run into a tree. Two Forts Lookout Tower. 8 miles or something? I don't know, I can't tell because of the graphics setting. That's beautiful. 1982. During the summer, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Now, it said one. Ba 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 ba. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. You scare him away or beat his goddamn face in. Your arm gets cut, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. The other one said, like, it turned into 3 people. It was weird. Plans to have kids. Get waylaid by work. Waylaid. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job, or let her take the fucking job. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. What a great job. Julia sent home from Yale and paid leave for having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing a book that were important to her for research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say, maybe you guys should talk to somebody about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. I want the macaroni, but we gotta do the right thing. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. This is why you always pick the Victoria model. What the fuck? Bucket is getting old. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Gone again. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over, for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she's going into panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. I love the way this is like building the story. It's kind of annoying if you have to do it multiple times, but the first time it's great. You spend the days following Julie around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care. A home. It sits with you for a couple of months. We're putting her in a home, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. I'm an asshole. Can't do it. I think the other option makes it go on longer. Oh dear. I'm looking back and forth because there's 2 screens in front of me. I'm sorry. The camera's right in front of me. There's a screen over here and there's a screen over here. This is the video one with like the face cam. This one's the game and recording it. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you put me in a home like Henry did, I'll cut your balls off. You slowly decide not to see your old friends that much. It's fucked up. Julia's sister, Suzanne, moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the times. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You always really like Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. Julie doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes a minute to lock onto you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less. And see her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. This would be a sweet job, I think. I would really like this, but I like fucking around in the woods. Finally, 2 days hiking. We got our tower. Tower! Dude, I thought you could run in this game.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Okay, you've killed 3 husbands. You're a black widow and you're just out here until the heat dies down and then you'll kill again.